I never thought much about urban legends, dismissing them as mere tales spun by bored minds in the dim light of campfires. But that was before I encountered the story of the Vanishing Hitchhiker. It started one chilly autumn evening when I decided to take the long way home, lured by the promise of the vibrant fallen leaves whispering secrets to the gathering dusk. As I drove down the desolate back roads, my headlights flickered on the twisted branches, casting eerie shadows that danced like phantoms on the pavement. That's when I spotted her, a young woman in a soaked white dress, her hair smeared against her pallid face. She was standing by the roadside, looking lost but somehow ethereal, the chill in the air sharpening as I slowed to a stop. My heart raced, pounding against my ribs like a caged animal. I could barely breathe as she approached the passenger side, pressing her trembling fingers against the window. "Please," she whispered, her voice barely breaking the silence. "I need to get home." I opened the door, unsure if I was doing the right thing, but something about her desperate gaze compelled me. She slipped into the seat beside me, her presence cold yet oddly comforting. "Where to?" I asked as I merged back onto the road. "Just drive," she replied, her voice barely above a breath. As we drove, I could feel the atmosphere shift. The air grew dense with unspoken words, heavy with dread as the trees morphed into dark sentinels watching us pass. Moments stretched into eternity, and I stole glances at her. I noticed that she hadn't said a single word about where she was headed, her pale fingers tracing patterns on the seat. I suddenly felt a chill crawl up my spine. "What's your name?" I asked, my voice shaking. "You'll find out soon enough," she replied, her gaze fixed on a point far beyond the horizon. When we arrived at the destination, an old, crumbling house cloaked in shadows, she turned to me, a haunting smile illuminating her empty eyes. "Thank you for the ride," she whispered as she disappeared without a sound. My heart raced, but curiosity tugged at me as I stepped out to follow her. The house loomed ominously. Its windows were dark and broken, as if it had been abandoned for years. I knocked, but the door creaked open on its own, revealing the musty air swirling with memories of a time long past. "Hello?" I called, but was met with silence. And then I noticed it, a tattered photograph hanging askew on the wall, depicting a girl in a silk dress, the very image of the hitchhiker I had just met. She had vanished, and yet here she was, captured in time. I stumbled backward, a sinking realization clawing at my mind. I was not the first to drive down this cursed road, and I wouldn't be the last. As I fled into the night, I could still feel her icy presence waiting for the next unsuspecting driver, beckoning them into the darkness of an eternal ride.